Wii Sports is notoriously known for destroying households, and then in 2022, a version was made for the Switch. And what kind of person would I be if I didn't force my friends into a friendly little competition? However, this big extravagant event only takes place with 3 people, and it is most definitely not friendly, but let's meet our contestants.
Hello, my name is Adriana, and hello darling. Anyway, I think the sword fighting I might actually be good at. Everything else, maybe bowling actually. Those are my, I think I'll actually do pretty decent. Maybe not great, but I'll do second place decent.
Wait, like introduce myself like the first day of class, like my name, my major.
Girl, no,
what
just
year
your
I
damn
am?
name.
I'm Ant.
Do it again.
My name's Ant. I think I'm gonna demolish everyone in Switch games. Wait, is that what it's called?
Hi, I'm Sean. This is my YouTube channel, so if you're here, thank you. I think I'm probably gonna win at Switch Sports just because it is my copy of the game. And Ant, have you ever played Switch Sports before?
No, but I played Wii Sports.
I think I'm just gonna dominate them at everything, and I hope that.
I'm the best.
This isn't your confessional. This isn't your confessional.
I'm the best.
This is just because this is your house doesn't mean you just talk over me.
This is my household, so I have to win. I think I'm gonna win at badminton. If it's anything like Wii badminton, all I have to do is just stand there and kind of like flail my arm around, and that's it. I think I'm gonna do the worst at bowling. I'm actually gonna call it now because I could never do it.
Why the fuck did you want to go
Wii.
bowling today?
I suck at bowling. I actually suck at bowling.
I don't know, we'll see how I do. Maybe I'll be like goated and I'll be like, yeah, I fucking told you. Or it'll be like, yeah, just kill me now.
Wow, so few options to root for, yet so much diversity. There are 8 games included in Nintendo Switch Sports, so to put it simply, we'll be playing every game once, and the winner of said game gets a point and the ability to choose the next sport. In games that don't allow everyone to compete for themselves, we'll split it up into 2 portions where the winner of the first match moves on to compete against the third player for the overall point. We'll be starting off with bowling as it seemed like the most fair game to start, but first, character selection. I of course chose to play as myself. Adri picked Chaperone, a me she made herself, and after looking through the rest of the selection I had on my Switch, Ant decided to pick Jesus. The start of bowling was looking like a pretty clean sweep, or at least a battle to be fought out between me and Adri.
Let's go, Adri. I think we got this.
I mean, of course not every round is great, but some of us were taking it a bit harder than others.
Stuff.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna try to get this out.
Kill myself.
probably-
That was a terrible. That was terrible.
It was honestly great to see Ant start getting strikes too. You could tell she was proud of herself.
Get the replay.
That was a really cool replay.
She also started to kick our ass too, if I'm being honest.
Oh my god!
How did you keep getting
How the hell did you do that?
Man.
But as the saying goes, you either die a hero or live long enough to become a villain.
Oh my god, you only got 1 pin.
I don't want to talk about it.
Didn't you say you were gonna die?
Ow!
Oh, did you guys just shock each
There's
other?
a spark between us.
Ew!
That was the second time too.
At this point, we seemed to all be evenly matched, but apparently there was a secret strategy we could use to perform even better.
Literally, every time Ant bowls, it's always like, like she's always like throwing herself.
Yeah, you gotta put your hips into it, man.
Really?
Yeah. See, you
Oh
actually
shoot,
did it.
you're right. Oh shoot! Good
I
job.
put my hips into it.
Come on, Adri,
Wait,
work on the
watch
hips.
that back. That was.
Oh, don't throw it.
Guys, I cannot explain to you the fear I felt getting handed that Joy-Con for the last time. I mean, look at that score. How did I let that happen? The only way I still stand a chance is if I can do something crazy like, I don't know, bowl a straight turkey or something like that.
Okay, it's the last round. Shit's getting real. Turkey.
You scared the dog!
Oh,
The dog! You're terrible! You're a freaking monster! Oh my god! Literally killed you!
Unfortunately, not everybody was having a performance of a lifetime.
Who are you bowling for right now?
I'm bowling for, anyway.
It's because you put your hips into it.
Bro, okay, fine. Okay, fine.
Dude,
How do I like put my hips into it?
like you literally like put your hips into it. Like you're trying to
Very
get,
descriptive.
Like, the pins, like
Yeah.
Okay, it's not focused at all.
Aw,
you didn't put your
man.
hips into it, dude.
Loki, that sucked, man.
Ant, on the other hand, kept closing that gap more and more until finally...
Let's see the final scores.
Finish.
Damn.
You let it.
Wow, that was like 10 points away. That was actually a
Yeah.
good pickup.
Guys, and I thought I was gonna be last in Wii bowling.
Okay, post-game interviews, guys. Adri, take your spot back again.
I'm third, I'm last, and so, as always, I must say, kill myself.
I'm very happy with my performance. I thought I was gonna come in last, but you know what they say, second is the first to lose. So I'm coming for you, Sean.
Honestly,
Not the ball.
honestly, I didn't win by that much, and Ant being only 10 points behind me is kind of scary, I'll be honest. I won, meaning we made up the rules that winner gets to pick what the next game is. And I don't really know what all the games are, but I did see golf. I expect this one to be a lot worse performance. I don't think I've ever played golf on here. And this is their first time finding out that this is what we're doing, so should be fun. Golf gives you the option for 3, 9, or 18 holes, and let me just say, thank God I picked 3. Golf and bowling together took up more time than all the other games combined, but the difference is, bowling was fun. We all started the first hole pretty well. The only person who really struggled was Ant, but that was because she kept swinging the remote too hard. She was still the first one to finish this hole, but to be fair, she had a total of 4 swings before me and Adri even got our second. And although this hole wasn't even that bad, you could tell I had a sense it was gonna get worse.
Like, this is actually gonna be bad.
Besides the little mental games that come with being on the green, there wasn't really much else to note except for the fact that we ended up breaking Adri's spirits by teaching her how the scoring of golf works.
Oh my
There we
god!
go.
Oh my god! Triple bogey?
Yeah.
Wait, doesn't that not mean I get good points?
In golf, you want less points.
Yeah.
Hole 2 was really the onset of depression, because what do you mean I'm still 400 yards away?
My God.
Ant's tactic of just swinging as hard as you can really started to work this time around, and as for Adri, you're doing it like bowling, babe.
Well,
Oh,
that
no.
sucks so bad.
Did you mean to hit it?
Oh man, no I didn't.
Well, you're gonna go again. She then went on to hit a tree and land in water. Adri, how does it feel to be the first person to land in water?
What?
I then went on to perform the worst set of golf possibly ever.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I like
Oh, God, No! No!
Before finally being able to free myself at an additional +4, and Ant actually made it on par.
That was the most like lead generating bowling dancing, bro.
Adri, on the other hand, did not. Hole 3 turned us into a bunch of tree huggers, and can I just add, no one was having fun anymore. By the time we started making it to the green, it was only the beginning of our problems. We danced around that hole so much, it might as well have been a rim job. I don't really have anything else to add, except golf was ass, we hated it, and Ant ended up winning, so congratulations.
Damn! You kicked our ass in this one. Oh my God, you got us.
I didn't think I was gonna win golf, actually. I thought I was gonna be really bad. And the next game we're gonna play is basketball. I don't know how the fuck we're gonna play basketball. I don't know how we're gonna play soccer or volleyball.
Do you know how any of these games work?
Nope.
How do you feel about this being your second loss?
Didn't have to say it like that. You didn't have to shove it in my face, okay? I hope I win run round. That's all my hope. Do you see the tears in my eyes?
Pretty much, golf was terrible. I don't want to talk about it. Let's just move on. What are we doing next? We're doing basketball?
Yeah, basketball. God, that's gonna be.
I have no idea how this works, so yay. So it turns out with only 2 people, you can't actually play basketball, so we just ended up doing a 3-point shootout, and God, I hope that's the right terminology. The only downside is we're still forced to compete against 2 of the CPUs.
So there's a chance that we completely lose?
Well, whoever loses least, I guess.
Like Adri said, we decided to count the winner based off of who performs best out of us and just disregard the other players, but it's not like we're actually gonna lose to them anyway, especially with the performance we're putting on. Just look how much we're moving our arms. So anyway, remember when I said we wouldn't lose to the CPUs?
Okay, well, I didn't win, but I did better than you, so I guess you switch out with Adri.
When it came to facing off against Adri, she was having some technical difficulties letting go of the ball. I mean, it could have come down to her form, but who's really to say? Regardless, the damn computer beat me again, and I swear, the CPUs are the real enemies here. We ended up skipping confessionals this time around because basketball was so short and no one really had anything else to add, but I ended up choosing Chambara and me and Adri started us off. Things went about how you would expect for the first round. I truly believe Adri was just done losing at this point because the rest of our match was an absolute slaughter. I mean, to be fair, I was fighting against the forbidden technique of just violently swinging your arm.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Okay, Ant, you're up.
And Ant definitely was a better match than I was, or at least did a better job of keeping up with the energy.
Oh my god! Oh my god, I might lose this guy.
Don't get things twisted, however. Chambara was Adri's game to lose, and come the very brief final round, that was not happening. Jesus got baptized, the water turned to wine, and Adri won her first point, so we're counting that as 2 miracles.
Adri got her first win. Not only was it deserved, but I think she really needed that one. I think.
My arm hurts and I'm choosing tennis. No, realistically, this is why you gotta just put yourself in a low mindset, so when you have a big dub, it feels like ecstasy in your veins. Guys, don't do drugs, don't kill yourself, and Jesus loves you.
Jesus doesn't love you. But, as the scripture says, on the 3rd day he rose again. So this is my comeback arc.
Wow, so much is, well, it's still happening. Tennis is a weird one. I feel 9 times out of 10 you end up fighting with yourself or the controller more than your actual opponent, and looking back at the footage, that's exactly what happened.
Oh my god, that was so bad.
Despite several points being dished out from minor mistakes, or in reality, me just being annoying from the sidelines.
Adri, didn't you used to play tennis?
Shut up.
And I don't want to discredit Ant's playing at all, because she honestly ran a clinic on that game, meaning I was forced to face her next. And it seemed like she had no plans of slowing down. Now this match did end up being closer than the last, but to be fair, nearly every point earned was from our own mistake, not so much being outperformed by the other. But still, I can't deny that last serve that got my ass was pretty damn good.
Oh damn.
I can't believe I just fucking lost like that. That was so bad.
That was a good
That was,
game, though.
yeah, that was, damn, okay.
I want to do badminton.
Ant decided to pick badminton in the hopes of yet another victory using similar controls, but newsflash, no, actually they play pretty much the same. We found out very early on you could get stuck at the net just hitting the birdie back and forth, and as fun as that is, it's not very interesting. After that had happened, I started using a strategy of hitting the birdie as hard and far away from Ant as I could, before just giving it a light tap so she couldn't get to it in time. Granted, this didn't work every time, and wasn't even the play that got me the win, but it did help me get the points to secure the victory.
Fuck! Fuck!
When facing Adri, I tried once again to primarily use the same strategy, and I have nothing else to say other than it worked. Now you may be thinking, am I a bad person for taking a Switch Sports tournament that I set up amongst my friends so seriously? And the answer to that is yes, but I don't care.
How do I do that?
I don't know. When you fall down, I
Aw,
don't know.
man, God.
I went on to completely wipe the remainder of the match and then secure myself yet another point in our tournament.
Oh my god, okay, well, soccer, I guess.
I won.
Okay, so pick soccer.
We're gonna be playing volleyball.
With a divisive pick, we moved on to volleyball and to the couch. It was a long night, guys. At this point, we were playing for nearly 3 hours, and we're all pretty unathletic, so cut us some slack. The main thing I once again didn't like was the fact that both teams were forced to have a CPU on them, meaning through no fault of our own, you may just lose if your artificial teammate drops the ball. I will say, for me and Adri's match, it was mostly us scoring on each other, but occasionally there would be times where we would just have no control whatsoever.
Oh, come on, you stupid bitch. Sorry. And not you. I was talking to what is her name, Rachel?
So Rachel's actually Adri's CPU, and fair enough, didn't like being called a bitch. I'm gonna be so real, had absolutely no idea that the CPUs could even serve, and this was just, it became so confusing because Adri thought that I scored the point on her, but she scored the point on me, and none of us served, and it was just a huge mess, okay?
Because you have Rachel.
Okay,
I messed up the names earlier.
After sorting everything out and giving Rachel just a little bit more hate, the match was over and it was time for round 2.
No, Rachel, come on, Ho. Come on, Rachel.
That was on you.
Oh, God.
Does it go till 5? Okay.
Oh, yeah, it does.
And you're in.
And can I just say, Abe and Jesus, what a combo. They had me on my toes the whole match, although not actually, we were still just sitting on the couch, but you get the point.
Oh my god.
Abe puffed off.
Where's this?
So where'd he go?
Oh!
I was trying my best to keep myself in the game, but like clockwork, 1 point got scored against my CPU, and once again when I wasn't paying attention, Abe served, setting me back even further.
Oh,
I didn't know Abe could serve.
I told you guys, the CPUs are the real enemies here. The remainder of the game consisted of me yelling at Naomi not to mess up and Ant shouting at Abe to finish the job, with just a little bit of incoherent screaming in between.
Oh god, Naomi!
Abe!
Oh god.
Abe, come on, Abe!
I didn't
Oh shit! Abe, come on, Abe! Well, I kind of knew I was gonna lose, so I'm not surprised, but doesn't feel great, obviously. Yeah. I hope everything goes well for everybody involved, but realistically, only one's gonna win, and I hope it's Jesus Christ himself.
Don't know the rules of soccer. I don't really understand soccer, so I don't have high expectations. But everything will be fine. Adrian and I impulsively bought Blackpink tickets, so like I guess it'll all be okay.
So,
You suck, boo!
volleyball is what you would consider a humiliating defeat. Realistically, I wasn't worried for a single moment. Honestly, still not that worried.
Also, you, Naomi! Naomi, no!
I've never played Switch Sports Soccer before. Ant's never played Switch Sports Soccer before. For the first time, we're on an even playing field. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, it was time for the final game to determine whether me or Ant walked out as Switch Sports champion and absolutely no other prize. The only thing standing in our way, cotton candy forms of our memes.
What the fuck?
Wait, what the hell did happen to your hair?
Soccer has a 2-minute time limit, meaning whoever scores the most points in that time will be considered the winner. That means, Ant, if you score on your own goal, not only will it cost you the point, but also possibly the entire game. Good thing that didn't happen though, but it was a close call. We ended up losing some time because I had to untangle Adri, who got caught up in the mics while on camera.
More, babe. You're stepping on it. Hold on, time out.
Sorry. You told me to move!
No, I know.
I can't exactly.
And let the record show, I did ask Anne if she wanted to reset for time.
Should we restart just so we have more time?
No, it's fine. We got this.
Are you sure about that?
Never mind, let's restart.
Do you actually want to restart?
The score ended up getting evened out shortly anyway.
Oh god. Why is this so intense for no reason?
Once down to the 10-second mark, a slight slip up by Ant left the door open just enough for me to score yet another point.
Yes. 11 seconds on the clock. Nice. Okay. Now I just gotta defend. Defending's easy, I think. I don't know. I hope.
With only 8 seconds left, I knew nothing was left to possibly change. But holy shit!
It's over, baby. It's over.
At the
At the last
I
second.
literally
If
got
it didn't
at
hit the rim
end.
there.
Although I was the one who took the victory this time, I fully acknowledge the fact that had we not lost time mid-match, the outcome could have been completely different. However, that's not what happened, so I'll read it and weep.
Put it there, Ant. Oh, jeez.
And you just blew the big one.
This is racist.
Abby, is there anything that you want to say? Oh God, you were just walking all over me. It's like all the women in my life. I'm at a loss for words. I got cut off like 50 times while trying to make my victory speech. And I have nothing else to say. That was our little competition, our little tournament. And Yeah, that's all I got. Bye.